So again, it boosts it.
It's almost like I'm back here with you last season when we were, the first week after the window had shut, we were talking, and I remember being 2 weeks out of the transfer window, the end, and I was saying to you, I'm a bit worried about the bench. It doesn't look strong. There's a few of the younger players that are in there that it's great for their experience and their football education. That's what you want to see young kids come through and develop into the professional game. But when you're seeing it a bit diluted, now we're seeing what we're seeing last season. We've got quality players coming on the bench as well, so the squad depth is great. And it wasn't until that first week of the window had closed I said to you, look at the bench here, Emma. And I'm seeing exactly the same thing here. So, you know, Tanaka, the player that we've seen, I've spoken to a couple of people that I've worked with that know the J League, that have seen him previously. He's a Japanese international footballer. Again, you can't be an international footballer without having so much quality. He just lost his way a little bit, so I'm sure Daniel Fart and the staff get an eye on him. And
I'm sure that anyone who's been Googling him will have seen, or if you'd have a look on YouTube, you'll see that he scored the winner in the 2022 World Cup against Spain, didn't he? So, you know, that's a pretty memorable moment.
Well, it's a memorable moment, of course it is, yeah, and it's nice to know that you do, you know, them things are out there, the stats, but, you know, you can't just say one great moment makes a player. He's actually got very good pedigree, and like I say, I think it's a great addition. And the other thing I like, Emma, is at the age, 24, 25-year-olds coming in, it's a nice age because they're experienced, but they've also got that hunger because they know your career's dwindling away. You've got to start to peak.
Just to go back to Manuel Solomon as well, like I say, I know that you absolutely love him as a player. Champions League and Premier League experience. So, well, he's your favourite signing, let's be honest. He's your favourite, isn't he? This is really exciting.
I didn't like him when he scored the goal for Fulham. He wasn't my favourite player then.
But if you could do that for us, that'd be great, wouldn't it?
Because you know the quality is there. So there's players that I look at and I love to entertain. You know, when you step over that white line, some people get scared. I say that it's like rabbits in the headlights. You get other people that want to entertain and embrace the environment. Now, Elland Road, when you get the fans behind you, I've had amazing nights here, the experience. So Solomon's that type of player that get the experience and get the entertainment value out of this guy. He game changes moments. He can come up with moments of brilliance, but he's a very, very technical player.
As for Isaac Schmidt, we're going to hear from him shortly. And actually, he talks in the interview about the fact that he is a versatile player, which is music to any manager's ears, isn't it?
No, I'm sorry, this is where you're going to switch off here, because you won't understand what I'm going to say, but anybody that has played Championship manager or football manager, will understand this. He's versatile. He's an absolute manager's dream because he plays in so many different positions. So when I used to play the computer game that I'm on about, I used to always look for somebody that's versatile to slot in, because you like getting 2 or 3 players with the value of one. So he talks about that, his versatility. I like what he's all about. His main position is left back, but don't be surprised if we see him play a lot. It's like an Archie Gray. You know, when Archie filled in at so many positions, and he always looked comfortable there. But you always want to see him in his favourite position, which was that midfield.
But if you're Daniel Farker, you would be absolutely delighted with that, wouldn't you, to have a player like that? Except you're not the football manager. It's not your game.
I'm still going computer. But he's a great player.
Let's get the thoughts of the boss, Daniel Farker, now, shall we?
It works as quick as possible. This is what you always want to have as a manager, because the quicker it works, the more guarantee you have for consistency in the results, but also with the experience, when you know you have to rebuild after many key players have left. Also with the experience, you know, it's never that you just press a button and it always works. So I know everyone expects like this, but sadly it never works in this way. We have prepared also the lads during this week exactly like we would do in a normal week when the transfer window is closed, because we need to be focused on this game. So we had made a major step forward with a top result and also a top class performance against Sheffield Wednesday, and we want to do the same, deliver same quality of performance, and also hopefully then also really good result in the home game against Hull, because each and every point counts, and it's a bit tricky to prepare for Hull anyway, because they probably also have some late incomings right now, that lots of fluctuation during the summer, new manager, many new players in, many outgoing, so they are still also in the process to find the feet. But they are 3 games in and 3 games unbeaten. It was not easy to create chance and to score against them in the league, and we know it's a difficult task, especially in the derby, and for that we have to be fully focused, fully switched on. This is why my focus was of course also on this game in order to prepare my lads in the best possible way. And the feeling is we are in a good mood. Also, can play with confidence, especially after the last game, and want to make sure that we deliver next good performance. I think Brendan Aronson has fulfilled this role in the last game really brilliant. I have to say. But to speak then about a top class number 10 option on this position, it's far too soon after one really good game on this position for us as a team. So he showed lots of quality there, and I know he has played also for his former club sometimes on this position. He's capable to play this, so we definitely have with Brendan one player who can play there on this position. We have, of course, also winger or striker types who could play there in this position. Yeah, for example, Joel Pirot has also played a lot more or less as a loose striker, a bit not a natural number 10. Obviously, he interprets it differently to a classic number 10 who is quick and mobile and sets up for the other offensive players. Joel is more like a loose striker who finishes from this position. Or sometimes our wingers, yes, of course, they can also fulfill this role, but a bit more like natural wingers, not really like a natural classical number 10.
Daniel Farke, as always, he's so cool, calm and collected, isn't he? But anybody in recent weeks, well, any manager to be honest, you want to know who your squad is, don't you? But he'll feel relieved now, won't he, that the transfer window is done and got a win in the bag.
I think it's a manager's nightmare. You're having to deal with that situation. You've got enough on your plate as it is to win games, to get your tactics across, and then the transfer window nightmare of who you're losing, who's going to be getting in. It's kind of taking out your hands a little bit, to be honest with you. I mean, you'll have a little bit of an input and a say in what goes on, but I think it makes or break you. You wouldn't think it with him.
No, you wouldn't.
He just looks absolutely calm. He gets on with it. Believe you me, inside. If you put a heart rate monitor on him, we know there's a lot of times there he would have been lying.
But also, we'd be the total opposite. Me and you are flappers. You would see that straight away, wouldn't you?
Speak about yourself. Yeah, I am. I don't handle it very well.
Let's have a look back at that 2-0 win against Sheffield Wednesday, shall we? Because it was a great game. And like we said earlier, Bridget, a far more complete performance this, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. And what I loved was the way we played through that. I mean, this goal here, the way we played through the lines, the way we broke. But it's the pace that we go at, and I was absolutely delighted for a player that was, coming in from and not such a good start this season, because the fans obviously give him a little bit of stick, and he got the goal against Portsmouth in the first game when he came on a sub. Could have got the winner, so he's had mixed. But this goal here, the way we played, there was so many good moments involved. A forward pass. You've got what I call, when you've got a player that's receiving the ball there as well, you need willing runners to support. Aronson did that. You find the space, and then you've got a 3v4. And the way we carved open and made that chance with Joseph as well, I think Joseph gives us such a good dynamic because he stretches defence because of his pace in behind. They're scared of it. And then people like this, I mean, it's still a great finish from Aronson. So for me, the performance was there, the moments that would have pleased so many of the coaching staff. And not only that, it's exciting for us to watch as fans.
For the fans, yeah. And you're right, he's definitely winning favour with the fans, isn't he?
What did I say to you? It's about performances and goals. That's how you win the fans over, and he's doing that in abundance.
And this, look, the second goal of that game, unbelievable. that pace.
The pace is amazing. I'm still calling Dan James. I still think he tripped. All right, I'm going to dig him out here. No, that was a lovely finish. I mean, I think what happened there, I had to question the goalkeeper how he went down so easily, because there wasn't that much disguise on it. But again, what it is, it's the counter-attack. It's winning the ball back through Gruevenham to do in the midfield. The pass is in behind the defence. So in this division, the dynamics and the pace that we have going forward, still with some of the players that we've lost, but what we have at our disposal here now, it's scary. And defences are terrified. So what that can play into our hands is, if we manage to get in behind their defensive lines with the pace, we're going to score goals. And if not, the defences drop. So what does that create more space for? Our midfield and the quality players. So we've got two different dynamics that we're very good at.
Well, look, as we mentioned, it's been a very busy week. Along with the arrivals of Manos Solomon and Alton Arca, late last night the club completed the transfer of Isaac Schmidt from Swiss side St Gallen.
Isaac, welcome to Leeds. How do you feel to be a Leeds United player now?
I'm really happy, first of all, because it was my dream to come to England, and especially to play for a big club like Leeds. It's like, a big dream for me.
Why is this club the right club for you in the next step in your career?
Because it's a club that matches with my value and match with what I want and what I think about clubs. It's a club that has big fans. It's like a big family, and that's what I like about clubs. And you want to have great moments between the fans, the players, also the staff, all the people who works for the club.
Is that one of the things that excites you about English football, the supporters and that passion and atmosphere?
Yes, it is, of course. And also, you know, the energy they put in football. You don't see that often in other countries, and England for me is the best.
And tell us about you as a player. What kind of player are you? What's your favourite position? What can the fans expect from you?
I'm the type of player I love to play with my head, like to play without thinking too much. You know, I can play in every position because I know how to play in all positions because I can think in many ways, and that's what I love about football, not to think in one way, to experiment, to know how to do everything.
Well, we know the manager here will enjoy that and like that from you. So have you spoken to him, and what's he had to say to you?
Yeah, he told me that he's happy to have me and that he trusts in me and that we'll make big things together. And
your new teammates, you know one of them pretty well in Willy Gnonto?
Yeah, I've played against him, Nyoto. Yeah, I've played against him when he was in Zurich, and yes, I'm happy to be in the same team as him now because it was really good. Too fast that I got a red card because of him, but that's okay.
Well, now he's a teammate, he's better than your team.
Better like that.
And you're joining a club where the target is promotion and reaching the Premier League, and is that something that really excites you too? Yeah, really, because I know it's the goal of everyone from the club, from Leeds. Leeds belongs to the Premier League, and everyone waits for the club to go to the next step, to the Premier League, and it's like a really big opportunity, and I want to be part of it. And I know you've had a crazy 24 hours, but how much now are you looking forward to meeting your teammates, training and playing your first game? Yeah, I'm really excited because I know that I think it's a good group with good players, with good staff, people around that works for the club. So I just want to enjoy the first days, look how it is, look how the people are. It's my first time outside of Switzerland for me, so it's kind of cool because I will experiment something new.
He had a little cheeky glint in his eye there, didn't he, when he was talking about getting that red card because of Willy Gnonto.
Couldn't keep it Willy Gnonto. I remember Aaron Lennon, as a young Aaron Lennon, coming in against Ian Hart, who was an established left-back, international footballer. And Aaron Lennon destroyed him with his pace, and Hart, he went, how do I stop this kid? And somebody said, just kick him. He said, you can in training. But what it will do, I love his honesty there, but I can see it in his eyes, he's up for the challenge, he knows he's come to a big club, and I'm looking forward to seeing him.
Yeah, plenty of desire there. Right, well, midfielder Ilya Gruev has been chatting to LUTV this week. He's buoyed by the win at Hillsborough, but focused on securing the 3 points today.
After a busy first week, 3 games, you and the boys have had I guess a more steady last few days to train. How are you and the guys feeling after that win on Friday?
Yeah, we feel very good after this important win for us, where I think we played a very good ball, and you can feel that the atmosphere is good. It's nice to win again, and it gives you confidence for the next tasks.
Just going into a bit more detail on that game on Friday, tough, Yorkshire derby away from home. What was the, confidence going in, high, and then you set a really demanding performance from the first minute?
Yeah, of course, the pressure was on us. 2 draws at the beginning. We want to win this game, and it was very important for us. And I think you can see it and feel it as a fan, and also as a viewer, that we wanted it. And the way how we played it, I would say it was very mature. And also they were a good team. They are a good team, and I think to perform in this way at this difficult away game, lots of credits to us, and yes, was was very important for us to go back on winning ways.
There's, I guess, a pressure of playing for Leeds United in those games. Pre-season expectations as well. Do you think you made a real big statement to the rest of the league about what you're about this season? Tough first few games, and then you respond like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it like this because it's very early in the season, and we have still 43 games to go. So, but I think everybody knows that we are one of the favorites to win this league, this title. It's nice to play for such big clubs, and that normally you're the favorite in every game. Of course, it's pressure, but to be honest, as an athlete, I like this kind of pressure. This is good, and it gives you also confidence when you're wearing this shirt, and this is good. And we have to prove it every week or every 3 days. Yeah.
You were part of a midfield that really dominated the game. You played some lovely football, and after back-to-back clean sheets now, what's that done for the mood in the camp in terms of your ability to keep things tight and then going forward show some really classy football as well?
Yeah, very important because 2 difficult away games and 2 times with clean sheets, and I wouldn't say that we allowed any big chances, which was important for us after we conceded 3 goals in the first game. And I think if you keep the ball as we do, it's also more difficult for the opponent to create something, and even if we lose sometimes the ball, then normally they are more tired because if you run the whole time after the ball, it's difficult, and it's important that we dictate the game, and it's now in the midfield with Ampa and me. Looks good, and I think we both feel good together.
There's been a few new faces in the camp as well the last couple of days. How have they settled in, and are you excited, to kick on with those guys as well now going forward?
Yes, of course. I think you can see the quality directly. It's, I would say, easy for them also to get in our team because, in this group, it's not so difficult to get in. I can say from my own experience when I came here, it's easy, and the boys help you, and the climate is good, and it's nice, and you can see the quality of the players, and we really look forward that they can help us.
There's another big Yorkshire derby to look forward to. This time at Elland Road, and Hull are unbeaten as well. 3 draws, but are you confident going into that game?
Yes, we are. I think after these 2 clean sheets and now the important away win, we are confident that we can play good football again, attractive football again, and the most important thing to win at home now. And if we win this game, it looks good it would be 4 games, 8 points would be very good.
Of course, that unbeaten record would be nice to keep hold of as well, and it's been a bit of a cliche in England. We've tried to get into that international break unbeaten with a win, and obviously all the boys can then go away for their country, so a really big few days.
Yes, a really big few days. Also, I know a lot of players then will have important games, me for Bulgaria or the other players for their countries, and yes, we look forward to play for our countries, for our nations. It's a big honor, but till Saturday, 6 p.m. We concentrate on our job here.
He's become a real key player for us, hasn't he, Bridgie, Ilya Gruev? And he's really understated but very reliable.
Yeah, lovely word, understated, because he goes about his business so easily. His passing range is superb. We saw some lovely highlights there of him. He's got the short passing, he's got the long passing. His energy levels don't need to talk about. We saw him doing the fitness runs there. You've just got to see his match stat runs. It's just incredible, the ground he covers. What I'm so impressed about him though is, if I'm putting on my coaching hat, Daniel Farke, he's been in the Bundesliga, Werder Bremen, German coaching. He understands what rotations are. So what I like about us, if we need to split our 2 centre halves out to become wider, he drops in to make a back 3 to play out. So he's a coach's dream because he understands what Daniel Farke and what the dynamics are. And it's because he's had a father who's been in the game so long as well, who was a brilliant footballer, has passed on that footballing knowledge. So he's a class act, and the fans have embraced him.
Well, Bridgie, kick-off is just a matter of minutes away. So it's your favourite time of the afternoon.
Yeah.
Score prediction, please.
Score prediction, I'm going to go with a confident 2-0 win. We're going to go back-to-back clean sheets. There
with 2-0 wins as well. We'll take that all day long. Right, it is a packed out and very noisy Elland Road
just
this
kicked off
afternoon
then,
as Leeds United host Hull City. Before we hand you over to your commentary team of Bryn Lawrence, Tony DeRigo, let's get the thoughts of Joe Rodon.
Well, it's been a busy week at the club, Joe. Does everyone go into this next game in a good state of mind?
Yeah, of course. you know how it is with the transfer window. We can't really look too much outside of that. All we can do is, of course, put in the work and concentrate on the game today.
Do you feel you've got a good squad together now ahead of this fixture?
Yeah, of course. I felt like coming into the season, the squad was always going to improve, and for me that has happened. And yeah, it's just now about getting everyone together and getting that, you know, kind of team morale and ready to push on for the season.
I'm ready to push on this afternoon against a Hull City side who they come here. They're a strong squad as well, aren't they?
Yeah, it's going to be a tough game. Like I've said before, every team offers different challenges. So yeah, like I said, we wanna put in a strong performance and get up and running at home.
Good luck.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Very active in the market in the last few days. In that starting 11, you'll see that Leeds United give one of the new arrivals a debut. Manor Solomon goes straight into the starting team. Two of the other signings, Ramazani